Hey everybody, it's Jeanette Vilda, and today I'm sharing with you a design team project for Luise Heinzl using her Do-It-Yourself kit. This is a totally awesome little kit that just has a whole bunch of these little pieces that you can use to build up scenes, add elements to your projects, about any way you want to use them. There's so many in there, and you can print them with the way. What I did was I print them in a number of different sizes. So full sheet, half sheet, and you can then use them all kinds of different ways. So this is a Folio, which is one of my favorite projects to make. And this particular one starts off, it's actually craft. So this is how it starts. And this is A5 size. And comes with this little tie. And I beg my husband, and he takes pliers, and if you go all the way around, just slowly, little bit at a time, around and around, it'll eventually, pulling towards the center, it'll eventually pop out. And he does the same with the part that has the string. And then for this particular project, I painted everything black because it went the best with the theme. And the kit itself, the Do-It-Yourself, does not have background pages associated with it. So it's really just the elements. So what I did was I have, of course, I love Luise Heinzl, and I love her papers. I went through and printed a number of the different papers from different kits that I have. And I'll list them all down below if you want to know all of them. And I printed them in black and white. And I mean, it looked awesome. It looked like it was designed to go with these papers. Really gorgeous. So for instance, I want to say that this one came from Decay. So you can see it just looks perfect. You print it in black and white, and it has that great feel with the theme itself. So on the front here, what I did was, in the kit, there's these great, it's a whole page of haunted houses, and you have them two different ways. One has this great white element to it that gives it kind of an aged look, and the other one doesn't have that element to it. And what I did was I printed it out a number of times and then built it up so you can see it's 3D. And some of them I did and really, just really built up. And what I mean by built up is I just took the piece, cut it out, glued it onto a piece of black cardstock, and then layered it onto the original image. And that gives this really neat effect for my little haunted house. And as you can see, there's a lot of shininess. So one of my other favorite things to use is glaze pens, Sakura glaze pens. And I just sat down on the couch watching TV, and I kind of think of it as coloring, and I just went nuts. So there's some clear. So here you can see on the windows, I added some of the clear, makes the windows shiny. On the moon's eye, and then on the Halloween, I actually went over with two different colors, a red and a kind of a pink, that gives it a neat color. The back is plain, but again with that Decay, and then this is just a piece of sari silk holding it closed. So we open up, and here we have another pumpkin. Again, every element in here is from the Do-It-Yourself. So to keep these little tabs closed, on the page with all of the houses, she has these really cute little buttons. So again, I built it up, and then used a brad, and so this is held on with a brad, and then put another button on the top. And that covers where the brad was. And then just added a piece of twine, black and white twine. And that makes my little tabs. So there is for the background papers, I did have some scrapbook paper. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see everything real well. There we go. Some scrapbook paper, and I did add a little bit of washi tape, but all of the elements, of course, are from the kit, like this wonderful skull, on some black cardstock to make a little tag. And I did do some stitching throughout with some green and orange thread, which came out pretty cool. And a little pumpkin and little elements from the kit. And since I was stitching in some parts, what I did was on the opposite side, I put in, since a lot of this paper when it printed out, even with the black and white, it's a little bit busy. So if, for instance, you wanted to journal, there's not really a good spot for journaling. So what I did was I used quite a bit of vellum, parchment paper. And so, for instance, here where I had this pocket, on the opposite side, I really did eyeball, and just put a piece of parchment paper down. And when I stitched it, stitched through the parchment paper, and of course it left this end open. And I didn't really want it to be a pocket because the parchment is just a little too thin to really take things coming in and out of it. I wanted to keep it as a journal spot. So I just closed up that top with washi tape and then added a little element. It makes it a cute little place for writing. You can put a picture up here. And then on certain pages throughout, again, I added a parchment page. And again, what I did was matched it on the other side. And sometimes it's amazing how well they lined up. Like this one lined up pretty well, but I wasn't trying. It was just because I liked the look of it, you know, not completely lining up. So there's that house again. And you can see this one is printed full page. And this one, I believe, is printed half page. So you can see you can get the same, I think that's even the same house. But it looks great in different sizes. And then there's, oh, I love the kitties. Now, of course, I love cats, but the kitties that she has in here are both creepy and cute. So, and again, I added my Sakura gel pen, which makes her eyes kind of creepy. I have a bunch of foam stamps, and so I used a couple of my foam stamps in the book. And here is a pocket with, I love this, Witch Please. And again, I went over with my little Sakura pen to raise it up and enhance it. And then there's one page that has all these wonderful little elements that make great for adding with all the other elements. Or here, I just put a whole bunch of them together for this tag. A little bit of lace from my stash. And you can see here, since I stitched on this side, which perfectly lines up, this one doesn't. But I really liked it. And I liked, this first one was this one here in the front was the first one that I did with the vellum. And then I tried layering it with the two, and I really liked that. So from that, throughout the book, I did the layers with two pieces of vellum. I thought it looked really cute. And I love this little girl. And I think the one thing I love about this kit, too, is she has all these little, they kind of look like those Egyptian canopic jars. So then that shape. And then they have a whole bunch of different little hairs, wings that you can add on, all kinds of, it's like a, put it together, you know, little characters. And so you can dress them any way you like, and I just love that blue hair. There's another one of my little foam stamps. And just a bunch of the skulls from the kit. And again, I did a little bit of glaze pen. And then this little element is awesome. And then what I did was went over the bug, the spider with the Sakura gel, the glaze pen. Sorry, I keep wanting to say gel pen. And that just makes them really stand out. Just so many wonderful little elements that you can add to your pages. I love this little pinup girl. Now there was a Halloween there, but I liked her being on the corner, so I took the little Halloween part off. And here I can say, here's another of the canopic jar kind of people, and I put a little hat on him. And then here's a bat from one of the pages. And here you can see I just went along the edge on the bottom and the ears with the Sakura glaze pen to enhance that. A little More lace and some washi tape. I've used all the kitties. I had to put all the kitties in here. Oh, stay in frame. Another of the foam stamps. And this again is, I had a pocket on this side, so again, put down the vellum. It makes a nice little ledge for the kitty. And then here we have just a piece of scrapbook paper, little witch for a tag, some washi tape, and one of the trees from the kit. I love the houses, so I used quite a bit of houses. And then here at the back, it's just another of the pieces from that little page that has all the little signs and stuff on it, with another ghost that I glazed in, and one last little tag with one of the bats from the kit. Like I said, all of these papers are all from her different kits. It's just printed in black and white. So this is actually from one of the Christmas kits. Winter, it's all in blue, but it comes out gorgeous in black and white. It looks like it was made for this. So that is the Folio. And definitely go take a look at the Do-It-Yourself kit and all of Luise's wonderful kits. And like I said, I'll have the list down below of all the ones that I used as background papers for this. So give it a try, and if you have questions, comments, leave them down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.